Most villains in animation are hated for what they did. But what if some of them were actually right? Today, we're breaking down 8 animated villains who weren't just evil, they were misunderstood, ignored, or pushed too far. By the end of this video, you might even find yourself agreeing with them. Let's start with Ken from B-Movie. Why does his life have any less value than mine?
Oh, Vanessa cares about all lives. That's so wholesome.
But then we find out this is the same bee she's defending in court. I'm helping him sue the human race. What? Winning? Excuse me, ma'am. You just met this bee, and you're skipping yogurt night with your boyfriend to become his legal counsel?
Why is yogurt night so difficult?
Poor bastard.
Okay, maybe it's just work, right? Right?
Hello. Oh, Ken. Hello. Didn't think you were coming.
You're a liar, a cheater, a sinner.
If I came home and found the bee my girlfriend's been spending time with, sitting in my chair, clinking glasses, and laughing, yeah, I'd be upset too. Just maybe not to this extent. Laugh slightly. Haha, I've got issues, but Ken's not wrong. He's just a bee, and happens to be the nicest one I've met in a while.
He's running a whole different operating system.
Rather than hear him out, Vanessa defends Barry as he smirks. Ken snapped over a romantic crisis with a bee. Honestly, most people would have snapped way sooner. Moving on, Vincent from Over the Hedge snapped because of one thieving raccoon. There he was, just a giant fuzzy bear enjoying hibernation with his do not disturb energy until RJ made a bold, questionable decision.
Just take what you need.
Yeah, that's not taking what you need.
That's raiding Costco like you're prepping for the apocalypse.
But immediately after, RJ learns why it's best not to be greedy. Oh no, don't tell me you're dumb enough to actually try and steal my stuff.
Yes, I am.
Let's be honest, if someone woke me up and stole my entire food supply, I'd get murderous too.
But RJ doesn't stop there. That was close. I get you, Vincent. I really do. And just when you think RJ can't make it worse, if I had to watch the same food destruction twice, I'd descend to a whole new level of madness. So yeah, Vincent was terrifying, but at least he was honest about wanting to eat you. Unlike Lotso from Toy Story 3, who looks like a strawberry-scented emotional support teddy.
Please call me Lotso.
Buzz Lightyear, we come in.
Push him in, all of them. Sir, you smell like fruit. Why are you talking like a mob boss? And to think all it took for him to become this way was a little girl named Daisy. She accidentally left him at a rest stop. He waited and waited. She never came back. So Lotso walked all the way home. But by then, it was too late. She had replaced him with another Lotso bear. Something snapped. Lotso felt abandoned and turned an entire daycare into a dictatorship. Man, this guy needs a timeout, not hugs. But here's where he had a point.
All just trash, waiting to be thrown away. That's all a toy is.
Now obviously that's dark, but is it wrong? I mean, we've all had childhood toys. Where are they now? Lost, forgotten, donated, or living in a box labeled miscellaneous? Lotso was right about that truth. But that doesn't excuse everything he did. Where's your kid now, Sheriff? Bro went from cuddly to cold-blooded faster than Ken changed his outfits. Speaking of cold-blooded, in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, we know death is supposed to be neutral. He just clocks in, clocks out, and collects souls with no drama. But when someone disrespects you enough, you have to come after him early. What could Puss possibly have done to aggravate death like that? I find the very idea of 9 lives absurd. And you didn't value any of them. No cap on that one. We've watched this ginger cat risk everything because he thinks he can't die. Yeah, Puss, this one's on you. Especially when you spend your whole career mocking death like he's some background character. Relax, I am Puss in Boots. I laugh at death. Well, 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 he's right behind me. Isn't he? Yeah. Who's laughing now, Puss? Definitely not you. If you're enjoying this video, smash that like button and subscribe. This channel is still growing, and your support helps me make even better content like this. So while death comes for a cat who disrespected his lives, Yzma from the Emperor's New Groove chases Kuzco down for disrespecting her. Oh, great. Send him in. Oh, and by the way, you're fired. What do you mean, fired? Now, getting fired shouldn't be that big of a deal, and it definitely doesn't warrant planning revenge like this. A few drops in his drink, then I'll propose a toast, and he'll be dead before dessert. Dude, what is wrong with you? There's being fired, and then there's accidentally turning your boss into a llama while trying to assassinate him. Big difference, Yzma, but I get why she felt so betrayed. How could he do this to me? Why? I practically raised him. Yeah, you'd think he would have turned out better. Yeah, Yzma, maybe you raising him is why he's so messed up. Still, she's not wrong about one thing. Kuzco is absolutely not fit to be a leader. This guy did some terrible things as Emperor. I'm sorry, but you've thrown off the Emperor's groove. Sorry, and not to mention his summer getaway plans at my birthday celebration tomorrow. I give the word, and your town will be destroyed to make way for this. He announces a massive eviction like he's promoting a festival. He doesn't even give Pacha a relocation solution. Don't know, don't care. So yeah, Kuzco was a disaster of a ruler, and his relationship with Yzma was complicated. But in the Emperor's new school, their dynamic becomes different. Kuzco, run before it's too late. Or is she saving my life? She does still turn him into things, but she's also gotten softer. They're like Tom and Jerry. Both hate each other, but not really. Unlike Yzma and Kuzco, Syndrome from The Incredibles feels actual hatred for his enemy. Mr. Incredible, am I good enough now? Who's super now? That line alone tells you everything. This man is a walking contradiction in rocket birds. He hates superheroes, but he wants to become the ultimate one. But for someone who wants to be the hero, he's done some genuinely awful things. He knew there were kids on that plane, and still, he pressed the kaboom button. And speaking of kids, shh, the baby's sleeping. Bro, in what universe is kidnapping your enemy's baby an acceptable life choice? You've got issues, Syndrome, but for all his villainy, Syndrome did have a point. I'll sell my inventions so that everyone can be superheroes. Everyone can be super, and when everyone's super, no one will be. After being rejected by Mr. Incredible as a kid, he wanted to give everyone else the chance he never had. Rocket brutes for everyone. Superpowers handed out like free samples. He may have wanted to fight inequality, but he went about it completely wrong. You don't fix the system by building a murder robot and dropping it on Metroville. Syndrome. And just like Syndrome, Robert Callahan from Big Hero 6 also wanted justice. But his villainy comes from a more painful place. Callahan was a respected professor, beloved by his students. But he became yokai the moment Cray put his daughter Abigail in danger. Mr. Cray, is there a problem? No, no problem. Let's move forward. Sir, the machine's literally saying there's a problem. Is innovation really more important than a life? Cray? Well, apparently yes, because that's how Abigail disappeared when the portal malfunctioned. No wonder Callahan snaps. Hey, you did this. You knew it wasn't ready. If you lose your daughter to corporate negligence, you'd be out for revenge too. But maybe not destroy the city levels of revenge. No, you can't. But underneath all that rage, we can still see the grief. This won't change anything. Trust me, I know. In that one moment, Callahan isn't a monster. He's just a father who never processed his pain. And instead of going to therapy, he projected that pain onto the entire city like a one-man disaster film. Which is something Tai Lung from Kung Fu Panda can definitely relate to. This is what happens when a gifted kid grows up believing he's the chosen one. Tai Lung was raised a prodigy, training day and night, throwing kicks before he could even walk. Shifu raised him like a son, hyping him up and promising him greatness. But it was all a lie. One single no from Oogway. And Shifu folded like a paper fan in a rainstorm. He immediately denied Tai Lung the destiny he had been groomed for all his life. And he came back for revenge. Who filled my head with dreams? Who drove me to train until my bones cracked? Who denied me my destiny? Geez, if you really think about it, Tai Lung was kind of right. Now sure, going on a full murder rampage was not the healthiest way to express his feelings. But ultimately, the real blame goes to Shifu for giving him false hope and then not defending him when it mattered most. Which goes to show, sometimes villains aren't born evil. They're just pushed to the edge by circumstances, broken promises, and people who failed them. And maybe, just maybe, if someone had listened, things could have been different. Thanks for watching. If this video made you see these villains in a new light, drop a comment telling me which villain you think was the most justified. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'll see you in the next one.